Hi, and welcome to the 2021 Summer Softball Managers Meeting. My name is Jonathan Moore, Sports Program Supervisor with the City of Eagan. I've been with the city for 15 years, and also Jason James, new this year to Eagan Recreation, Program Specialist. You'll be seeing both of us out at the fields throughout the season. League philosophy: a lot of time, energy, and resources go into making the leagues in Eagan an enjoyable experience for everyone. The goal is to enjoy your leisure time through your experience in these recreational opportunities, reducing stress while enhancing the quality of life through play. Manager's duties: know the playing rules and take responsibility for your team's conduct. Designated managers must handle any dispute. Schedule information, changes, or other league information will be sent via email and posted online on the website located below. Please be sure we have an email address on file for your team. Sportsmanship: managers are responsible for the conduct of their players and spectators. If someone is ejected from a game, the individual is required to give the umpire their name. Refusal will result in an immediate suspension. In addition, the game in play becomes an immediate forfeit. SOAR sportsmanship policy: game suspension will result for an unsportsmanlike act, including but not limited to profanity, tantrum behavior, and verbal abuse. This applies for the game plus at least the next 2 games. Any unnecessary physical contact with another individual will result in the game suspension deemed appropriate by the league director. Any physical contact, including but not limited to fighting, hitting, kicking an umpire, will result in an immediate 12-month suspension. Casual profanity: casual profanity pertains to explicit and verbal unsportsmanlike language that most likely involves a player uttering them out of frustration. This type of behavior is penalized by outs being declared against the offending team. Alcohol and smoking: alcohol and smoking is forbidden on the field or bench area. If a player is impaired, he or she can be asked to leave the game by the umpire. Park regulations: all Eagan parks close at 11 p.m. No glass is allowed in any Eagan park. Please use trash containers to keep the parks clean. Safety: only players, managers, or coaches listed on the team roster will be allowed in the team bench area or on the field of play. Absolutely no children are allowed in the team bench area or on the field of play. No exceptions. Eligibility rosters: all participants must be at least 18 years old as of April 1st of this year. Final roster changes for the remainder of the season and for the postseason tournaments are due by Friday, June 4th. Inclement weather: weather conditions can change dramatically in a short period of time. A team is never required to play a game even if the weather line or the umpire has not canceled the game. If there is safety concern, players, managers, and fans should always choose safety ahead of choosing to stay at the fields. The determination on makeups, forfeits, etc. can be made at a future time. Continuing inclement weather: call the sports hotline at 651-675-5566, press 1, or check the game status page at cityofelgan.com/game status after 4 p.m. Teams should report to the fields if the recorded message has not canceled games. 1 to 2 dates are available for makeup games. New this year, Eagan Leagues will be offering a text alert system for when games are canceled. More information to come before opening night. Late arrival and forfeits: a team must have 8 players. No team shall start short. A 5-minute grace period is allowed for the first game of the night on each field. Out of respect for opposing team, please notify the league director if you need to forfeit a game within a reasonable amount of time. The opposing team will then be notified. Playing rules: equipment. The performance standard for all bats will be bat performance factor, BPF, of 1.2 or less. Continuing for 2021. Bat announcement for USSSA leagues in Minnesota: all bats must now have the USSSA fingerprint stamp on them to be used in league play. Older grandfather bats and bats from other associations are not allowed. Continuing playing rules: official softballs will be the Dudley Thunder Optic Yellow 12-inch, .40 core and 325 compression, and Dudley Thunder Optic Yellow 11-inch, .44 core and 400 compression softball. The league will provide 1 new softball for each game and a backup ball. Continuing playing rules: the game An official game shall consist of 7 innings and shall follow a 60-minute time limit, unless otherwise listed below. No new innings shall begin after 55 minutes. An official game is after 4 innings are completed, or 3.5 innings if the home team is in the lead. If the minimum innings have not been played, the game may be continued past the time limit in order to make an official game. Continuing playing rules. If the game is not official when it is stopped due to weather or darkness, the game will be resumed at a later date from the point it was suspended. Games can end in a tie. Extra innings will be played only if there is time left on the clock. Continuing playing rules. Batting. Each manager is required to report a batting lineup at the beginning of the game to the umpire. Batting lineups may be a specific number of 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 players. If a player leaves his or her position, is an appealed out unless a substitute is available. Batting order can be reported as everyone. Every official player must bat. If a player has to leave, the lineup will be collapsed and no out occurs. Continue with co-ed batting. A team may have more women than men in the batting lineup. A team may only have more men than women in the lineup if they are willing to take an out when the women's spot would be due up. Example, 5 men and 4 women. The 10th spot for the 5th woman would be an out that must be reported to the umpire. All leagues can use a floating men's lineup within a women's lineup, considered a snake lineup. Example, if a team has 7 men and 5 women show up for a game, the team will bat a reported everyone using 10 batting positions. The 7 men will then rotate equally through the 5 men's batting positions. All 12 players are eligible to play the 10 defensive positions, but it must still be 5 men and 5 women in the field. Base running. A limited 2 players will be allowed to use a courtesy runner for the duration of the game. If a manager has requested 2 players to have courtesy runners, then a 3rd player is not able to receive a courtesy runner. Said runner must be the last player who made an out. Co-rec is allowed 2 male and 2 female players. Runner shall be the last same-sex out. COVID-19 guidelines. City of Eagan softball leagues will align with the Minnesota state mandates. More information will be shared with league managers as the season approaches. Umpires. If there is a no-show or late umpire, please notify another umpire or let field maintenance know immediately. They will contact the league supervisor on duty to find a substitute. Both managers should then agree to one of the following: play the game with a substitute, or play the game self-officiated. Start the game immediately following your decision in order to keep the games on schedule. Once an umpire arrives, they will take over from the substitute or self-officiated game. Continuing umpires. If interested in umpiring this season, contact Jonathan for more information. 2, 3, and 4 game nights available throughout the summer months, including weekend tournaments. Protest. Rule protest procedures. A team may protest a rule infraction, but not a judgment call. Eligibility protest procedure. A team may protest the eligibility of another team's player. Follow the procedure from the handbook if you wish to protest either. Schedules. Leagues are set to begin the week of Monday, April 19th. Schedules for each league will be posted and emailed to league managers no later than 1 week before the start of the season. Please check the schedule below for your start date and schedules posted. Standings and awards. League scores and standings are updated on a weekly basis. League champions and league runner-ups will receive awards. Postseason play. Any team interested in playing in the state tournament must pay the entry fee of $185 by Friday, June 4th. A list of state tournaments can be found on Eagan softball page, cityofelgan.com/softball. Thank you once again for choosing Eagan softball. Our contact information is listed below. For any questions or concerns or comments, please contact Jonathan Moore, the phone number provided below, or via email. Thank you and enjoy the season.